What is going on, Rocket League Nation? It is your boy, once again, Dr. Curb, Scotty Wade, whatever you want to call me. And we're back with another Rocket League match tonight as we, after winning 4-2 over ONU, we now play Carthage College in the NECC. Our record this season at 2-4. Not great, but we did take down one of the top schools a couple weeks ago in St. Clair College. One of the most dominant Rocket League programs of the whole year. And right now we have our final match in the NECC, trying to go to at least 3-4 to potentially lock in a spot in our NECC playoffs as we face Carthage College, who is coming in at an 0-6 record. I'm not sure if this is their main team or not. I know they have two teams. Let me double check. Because I know their main team won. I don't see their main team in here. Because I know they have a red and a black team. Let me pull up Midwest Battleground real quick. Because at Midwest Battleground, Carthage College did take home Rocket League, if I'm remembering correctly. Or at least they got top 3. They did take home Rocket League, and it was their. So this is their. It's not. It is. It's the red team. Okay, so the red team did take home Midwest Battleground, so they are feeling pretty poised for a fantastic run, taking down schools like Michigan State, Northern Illinois, Dakota State, Ferris State, you name it, without dropping. They only won game 5 once with Michigan State. ONU was actually at this event as well, and I didn't do too shabby, also getting a top 9 performance. So we're just going to be waiting and seeing how the winds blow. As if Cleveland State could take down the Midwest Battleground champion, we will be moving on to our NECC playoffs. But if not, we won't be, as Cleveland State just waiting to see when we'll get in this game. I mean, for our season, it's been inconsistency. NECC, we've beaten top schools like Concord and St. Clair, but have dropped to sets to every other opponent we've faced. Just as a matter of if we're able to keep that consistency going. I mean, right now, on paper, we're seeded to win, which is the first time we've been seeded to win all season. As Cleveland State, hopefully we can move to 3-4, and hopefully we can further on our getting into NECC playoffs. I mean, we're looking also to just get some fantastic practice for our NACE playoffs that are coming up very soon. And CECC, should we make that, if we defeat Indiana Tech in GLEC. So we have a lot of for the event. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. If you guys are just joining us, we're just waiting on getting into the lobby. Yeah. How are y'all doing today, chat? Alright, looks like we got our invite. We're going to be ready to go momentarily. Okay, we are in the game! It's going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to this one. We just are waiting to see what side is on what, so I can change it if I need to. So give me just one moment. Carthage at Midwest Battleground was pretty solid when it came to these coordinated plays, but I believe this is the best team they faced all season. So, no, it's not. We've played there in the NECC. They've played 6 other matches in that conference, so I might be a little stupid, but not stupid enough to cast another beautiful Rocket League match as we get into game number 1 of Cleveland State University versus Carthage College. The Firebirds looking to stay on fire after winning Midwest Battleground, whereas the Vikings ready to keep on pillaging as we took down ONU just a couple hours ago. So let's see if we can keep that momentum going. As Jacob, we're going to get us a nice start by passing it over to Colin, as I actually do have to take one moment to respond to a very important message, but it's okay, as Jacob responding very well to all this pressure coming out from Carthage College. I mean, it seems like they're pressure generally a lot better than than ONU. Having played in the NECC for about 2 months now, I'd imagine you're already used to all of the tricks and tools of top teams. But Cleveland State, no slouch either. The coordination we have had is matched by very few in Rocky League, and hopefully we're just able to keep that going as our synergy looking to keep us on the game, but no, a very, very nice destructive play from Carthage College, breaking down our defense. We had a nice say to start off, but our team just was not there to get the score, as we were all on the left side of the goal there, as Carthage College takes the first hit and takes that first score of game number 1. All right, back to the game here. 3:45 left to go, and Cleveland State, once again, having the pressure on them and gonna get scored on again. KOR gonna do a fantastic job getting that in after a nice little turnaround from Zray, or X-Ray. I don't know why I pronounced it like that. As Cleveland State is facing an early deficit. These Firebirds, not contrary to their name, are on fire right now, playing so darn well. As we move on to see if we can hold up and keep this momentum from spiraling out of control. We are going to get a touch. I believe that's just going to be a score. No one there for Carthage College at all. Just a bit of blown up defense after the demolition from CSU, pushing Colin just to get that score and make us only down 1 score. Two to 1 for Carthage College in this game 1. Cleveland State starting to warm up a lot quicker than we did into ONU, and despite the coordination kicking off well for Carthage, it's looking like Cleveland State's soon to equalize with how much pressure we're putting on these Firebirds. These Vikings are just too dang good when it comes down to it. But right now, Carthage College putting on a very solid fight, looking there for their first NECC win of the season. The final week of the season, they don't want to go 0-7 as pardon me, as Cleveland State fighting for good playoff hopes. Their seeding would not be too favorable if they end up at 2-5. I'm not even sure if they would make it at 2-5, but fate is in their hands right now. Is Jacob trying to get this score off of the corner, gonna get challenged by, I believe that was X-Ray. It was Core, pardon me. Core not gonna get the nice touch there. As CSU having a little bit more control. Colin gonna just dribble all over this Carthage team, but not exactly get the score. Carthage was ready for that defense. And they're playing hot as Cleveland State trying to put on that pressure onto Carthage despite giving up 2 early scores. Colin going to get that first score earlier in the day, but earlier in this match, but with about 2 minutes remaining, we have to start eating up soon as they're continuing to eating up as Carthage is going to take another score up 3-1 in game number 1. Just another blown up defensive coverage from CSU. We got to pull ourselves together a little bit here as we try to find an answer to the dominance from Cleveland State. All right, Cleveland State putting on a lot more pressure this time around as Carthage, after going up 3-1, looking even more poised to just take this game number 1 and start off 1-0 of this first game in NECC play. Week 7, final week of NECC. After placement matches, Carthage staring at an 0-7 record if they don't take this series, so the pressure is on. Whereas for Cleveland State, it just looks super. 1 minute remains. Cleveland State down 3-1 in game number 1. Carthage just looking super strong at putting together a lot of pressure and moving further along in this game. Again, X-Ray blowing up that Cleveland State defense. Not exactly getting the favorable touch there for Ty, and Colin Wall in the back there not being able to deliver as Carthage putting on top of Cleveland State so much fire, so many flames that we cannot seem to get much going, as we are looking further and further lost after a nice score from Colin earlier in the series. Only down 2-1, but now staring down 4-1. Just not looking the greatest for our squad right now. At least 5 seconds remaining. Cleveland State likely going to drop this game. Might get another score in. No, they're not. It's okay. Cleveland State losing that first game 4-1, as we had a little bit of troubleshooting to do heading into this next game. Our offense just was not clicking, and it allowed the defense just to explode all over the Vikings. Carthage, they're playing hot after Midwest Battleground. I don't think they're going to slow down anytime soon. So we as Vikings really need to put together a solid performance. Remind you, we have playoff hopes on the line here. Even if we make nationals, our seeding would not be too favorable if we lost to Carthage today. So we need to keep that momentum going and not only look dominant and strong, we gotta show up when it matters the most. As we get into game number 2 with Cleveland State almost giving up another score there early on for Cleveland State. But it's okay. We're looking decent right now, putting on pressure on top of the squad at the moment. We are trying just to get something together, but right now the net's just wide open, and Cleveland State's going to give up another score as KOR Core putting on the hurt and taking that first score of the set. Oh man, Cleveland State's in trouble. I'm not sure how we're supposed to work around it as we continue to move forward and dominate, as Carthage actually the one's dominating here. I'm a little tired. It's been a long week, and it's been a long series, as Cleveland State again not being in the net. I'm not sure what's going on right now, as we just seem super uncoordinated. I'm not going to lie to you. I have returned. Been a little bit busy with something, but we are back, and Cleveland State, we're just not looking too great right now. I mean, Carthage has just been so dominant in this series. I mean, winning Midwest Battleground will do that for you after all the momentum they have gained from beating MSU twice. It's just not looking like that same old Cleveland State, as we are down 2-0 heading into game number 3. If anyone is just joining us, I see Ty's mother in the chat. Hello, Ty's mother. Hope you're doing well. It's just not our day at the current moment. Cleveland State struggling to find their way back in to this series after a little bit of a dominant start against ONU, winning 4-1, as Cleveland State struggling this time as we fight Carthage College for further and better playoff positioning in NECC. We are getting back into the game, though. 5 viewers in the chat. I hope we are all doing fantastic. So we wait on our other 2 Cleveland Staters to get into the lobby so we can get things going. Just trying to figure out how we can really get back into the series. I mean, Cleveland State, known for making great effort, and right now it just doesn't seem like we're putting that together on paper at the moment. Rest of our players are in, so we're going to get momentarily. We get into game number 3, down 2-0. And Carthage has been so solid this series. They have put on immense pressure on these Vikings after winning Midwest Battleground. And currently, the Vikings just have that no answer to what Carthage has put on. We've been kind of trounced in all aspects of the game, and it's all off the back of X-Ray and KOR. They've just been so solid on offense, on defense, you name it. It's just been the Viking, not the Viking show, it's been the Briarbird show, actually. Actually, we are looking decent this game. We're putting on pressure on their goal. Looking to potentially get our first score of game number 3. And that's like not going to get the angle, unfortunately. Ty not going to be there in time to get that ball into the goal. As Cleveland State just not looking like themselves to this series after taking a 4-1 victory over ONU not too long ago. No one even in the goal at the moment for Cleveland State, as we are trembling at the opportunity of going down 3-4 on the year, 2-5 on the year for NECC. But we're waking up a little bit. Colin trying to get something set up, but no, Carthage just already there, ready to get something going. KOR again gonna start us off for the Firebirds with their first score of game at number 1 or 3. Just looking so good. Cleveland State has not had an answer. Can we snap into it and play together as a team, or are we gonna fall flat? All right, we are back and ready to force some action as KOR is just taking down our entire team, but Jacob almost scoring that by himself. And right now, this core guy, this KOR guy, quite the formidable foe. He's been dominant for the Firebirds all series long and is pushing them really hard to get this first win in NECC play. Having a little bit of issues with trying to get the ball into the net right now. I mean, it's looking a lot better this game. Cleveland State is not down a considerable margin. But potentially our first score, not going to go our way though. Cleveland State giving up another score, this time to Vale, pardon. No one in the net. Ty was close, but Ty just not going to get to the tap he needs to get that score in. .44 seconds remain in this game, and we have just not looked like ourselves at all in this series. Carthage all firing off of every cylinder that possibly exists in Rocket League. As with 30 seconds remaining, they are looking to just try and get this 4-0 sweep over the Vikings. It's been a little bit of a struggle, to say the least. I mean, Cleveland State has fought back hard, but we have not gotten many scores in this series. The frustration definitely mounting for the Vikings as Carthage is just ready to as the ball drops down. Cleveland State down 0-3. no answers are open for the Vikings right now, as we just are not playing like ourselves. We have not. I don't believe we've gotten swept. We've gotten swept against Leslie. That was a couple weeks ago. That was not great. But I have faith we can bring it back. It's just we are not playing like it at all, and we need to figure that out. Carthage again, just scoring so dang early. They're looking so good, I'm not going to lie to you. Just a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a corner pinch from X-Ray off of Vale's pass, making Carthage up 1-0 in game number 4. Possibly, I mean, the rest of the series, it's going to be set point for Cleveland State if they can find a way to answer back, and they are not that time at least. They might. Ty is there, passing it over to Jacob. Jacob going to pass it over to Colin, and Colin's going to get the score. All right, playing together. That's what I'm talking about. We're fighting back. Great coordinated play off of their top of the goal, as Colin going to get in that score after a nice assist from Jacob and Ty. 1-1. First equal match of the game, and first tied score outside of 0-0 of the set. Bar tap for Carthage. They're going to try and squeeze it in, but not quite. Going back into the game, Cleveland State fighting pretty hard in this game number 4, not giving up the lead or the tie quite yet, as Cleveland State might actually just get the score outright if Jacob gets the double tap. Good bump from Carthage to prevent the score from going in. Not enough boost to really push that ball into the net for CSU. Ty going to bounce it over to the corner, which is over to Jacob, but Jacob going to lose that possession there as KOR, who's been so dominant for the Carthage Firebirds all night long, has just been pushing so much pressure on CSU. Careful there. Good job for Colin to getting rid of Vale. Vale been super good with these assists. But X-Ray again bouncing off from Vale with these assists. I've been telling you guys, Vale's been super good for the Firebirds with these assists all night long, as KOR going to set it up with Ty in the back. Not exactly quick enough to get that ball. I think Jacob might just take it himself. No, very close. X-Ray getting the defensive play there as Ty scored. I think that might have been an own goal. I'm going to get a little bit of a review from that one. I don't think... Yeah, Ty did hit the ball, but it was not theirs. Carthage actually going to own goal there and move the lead to no one as we are back to equalized in game number 4. Carthage playing a little bit sloppy. Okay, the series is not over yet, Carthage. You cannot be playing this way. A reverse sweep can happen. despite my sleep schedule begging me for that to not be the case. Colin with the ball. Colin no longer with the ball. Ty gonna actually take it himself, as Jacob's gonna take it instead. This pressure from Carthage just making ball possession go so many different ways, but Ty gonna have a little bit more of an extended time with it, as no one in net. Carthage gonna take that score. KR once again taking another score. Up 3-2 in game number 4. CSU showing a lot more fight this time around, but is it too little too late? Even with about 2 minutes left to go, Cleveland State's just looked so lost. Can we continue playing together, or are we going to get swept to conclude our NECC season? We look so good at Union 10. Our frustration has just been mounting in this particular series all night long, and I'm starting to wonder if we can really bring it back, as again, Carthage getting another score, taking another great shot, and moving further along in the series. 3-0 for Carthage in this series right now. It's not looking great for the Vikings. It's still possible with a minute 27 to score twice and bring it to overtime, but doesn't mean Carthage can't do another score either, as it looks like they are trying to, with KOR just weaving through Cleveland State all by himself and taking that score. Hat trick on the game here for KOR. Just like weaving through Cleveland State, juking them out like it's nobody's business. Just looking too dominant for Carthage. 3 scores is our answer for Cleveland State to stay alive in the series. Mind you, we're already down 3-0. It's looking dire as Cleveland State needs to find a way to respond. Nice little tap, sending it to Jacob. Jacob gonna get the score though, okay. Series is not dead quite yet. Jacob gonna get the score to off of the back of Ty with the assist. Can we start some magic? It's a little late, but that doesn't mean we can make this the middle point of the series if we bring it back all the way to 4-3 our favor. So with about a minute remaining, can we score twice to get onto the offensive side and really push momentum back into our favor, or will Cleveland State fall 0-4 to Carthage and sound the end of the NECC regular season? Ty gonna hit the ball, but not exactly getting the best angle for a shot. Jacob really has boost to make this potential, but KOR there with the pressure, as CSU with about 30 seconds remaining look all but wrapped up here if they can't start their miracle right now. Colin gonna pass it up for Ty. Carthage there to defend. Cleveland State needs to get this play in now, and it doesn't feel like they're going to get it. No one there on the left side as that ball's going straight in our net. Actually going to bounce off the bar. Close call, but I mean, I don't know if it really matters for Carthage here, as Carthage probably just wants this ball to land and not touch anything. Barely again, not gonna get the score. Gonna get the score now. 4 seconds remain on the NECC regular season. 4-5 in this final game. Game 4, Carthage up 3-0. Can Cleveland State have its magic, and can we get up to this overtime? Or will we fall and move to end of the season, our first Division 1 season, at 2-5, as we are 3 seconds remaining. 1 ball is going to touch the ground. Carthage is going to win 4-0 in a pretty dominant sweep. Good fight from Cleveland State to push it to a game 5. It just was too little too late. We could not deliver. It's Cleveland State ending the NECC season at 2-5, which would land us at around 12th in the conference, which is bottom 5. Considering this was our first season in the ACC Division 1, not bad effort taking sets off of 2 of the top 5, but just could not do well against those middle ground teams, as CSU, if we do make playoffs, I'm not sure how it works in the NECC, if we do make playoffs, we would hope to see if we can make some magic happen, as moving forward, gotta just get that coordination on point. I've been Dr. Curb, Scotty Wade, and I will be signing off. Remember, go Vikes, go green, and remember to stay safe out there, folks. It's not getting any warmer, so bundle up. Peace out and go Vikes. Bye-bye.